We bounced back with a 4-1 day yesterday. Let's talk some more baseball. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back in to another episode for Just a Bet Outside. I am your host, Steven. I got a smile on my face as opposed to the day before when it was ugly. But 4-1 day yesterday, one Dodgers run away from a 5-0 sweep. We'll go over the recap in just a little bit. We have a teeny tiny 5-game slate, including one doubleheader today. Bizarre scheduling, but that's just what it is. So, quick reminder, NBA Best Bets video is out now for the Pacers and Knicks, so be sure to check it out. But of course, any graphics you see in this video or other videos are from OUTLIER, the best betting research tool on the market today. Click that link below, you get a 7-day free trial. So, let's get into it. Got a little MLB fun fact for you. Julio Rodriguez, my boy, was the 4th player in his age 22 season or younger to have a 30-30 season. Who is the youngest to have a 30-30 season? Mr. Mike Trout, age 20. That's silly. That's silly. In this video, we're going to recap a beautiful day yesterday, and then we're going to go over the good and bad hitter matchups. Ran out of time for Who's on Fire. I'll give that out for the Friday video. And then we're going to talk good pitcher strikeout matchups, the small pitcher report today, and then we'll give you our best bets and finish it with the recap. So hit that like button if you haven't already. Leave a comment below to help this channel continue to grow. If you're new to the channel, you know what to do. Tap that subscribe button. Come join this awesome community. But let the baseball journey begin, and that means it's recap time. All right, there it is. A nice bounce back 4-1 day, and it was all about the pitcher props. Noah Cameron over 16.5 outs recorded. Got this done in under 70 pitches. This guy is, I think, the second pitcher in MLB history I just saw to have 6.1 innings or more pitched in his first 4 MLB career starts. I mean, he was cruising. Gotta love that. Dodgers team total over 4.5 runs. That was a brutal one. They had chances, but they ended on 4 runs and lost the game outright, but we were 1 run away. And then Cardinals money line fell down early and then got after Cade Povich. A huge at-bat by Brendan Donovan. Full count pitch, hooked one over the fence, took a 5-4 lead, and they ended up winning 6-4. That was beautiful. But Brian Bayo under 16.5 outs. He got pulled a little earlier than I thought, but it made sense. He was struggling a little bit, but he was, he could have probably gone one more and made this a little tight, but we'll take it. And then the gift that absolutely keeps on giving. The books have completely I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what they're thinking about on Contra. For the first time this year, his under 17.5 outs wasn't plus money, but I did get it at minus 105. So he goes over for the, I think, 11th time in 12 starts or 10th and 11th starts. It's insane. He is not a major league pitcher right now, that's for sure. But we will gladly take it. Hopefully he keeps pitching every 5 days because he's really helped us. But 4-1 day, now down 2.61 units overall, and there's the breakdown of everything. So that's what we got for the recap on Wednesday. And now let's talk the hitter matchups. All right, we got 8 matchups, and it may get confusing because a lot of these matchups are in either Game 1 or Game 2 of the doubleheader. So I put in parentheses which one it is. Obviously, Chris Sanchez is going in Game 1. So you see Matt Olson 4 for 12 with a couple bombs against him. Marcell Ozuna 4 for 10 off of him. And then Kyle Schwarber has 3 extra base hits and 2 home runs off of Chris Sale. But Chris Sale's pitching Game 2. This is in order of at-bats. That's why you see it kind of all over. But Alec Boehm 3 for 8 versus Chris Sale. And over there on the right, Austin Riley, 3 for 6 off Sanchez. And then Albies 3 for 6, Acuna 3 for 6. And then finally, someone not in those doubleheader games, Jeremy Pena 3 for 6 with a home run against Shane Baz. Now, I went down to 6 at bats. Don't usually go that low, but just wanted to kind of include a few more guys here on this small slate. So that's what we got for the good hitter matchups. Now let's take a look at the bad hitter matchups. And again, it's for the 5 from the doubleheader today. So, and then the only one that's not Brent Rooker, 1 for 9 with 6 Ks against Jose Barrios. But Marcell Ozuna up there, 11 for 57, 22 Ks against Zach Wheeler. You see Albie struggling against Wheeler, Olson, Wheeler. The only one against Sanchez is Michael Harris, 1 for 10 with 7 strikeouts against him. So that's what we got for the hitter matchups. Now let's talk some strikeouts. All right, surprisingly, we actually have 2 good pitcher strikeout matchups on a 5-game slate. We start with the lefty Mackenzie Gore at the Seattle Mariners. My Mariners, 8th highest K percentage versus lefties last 3 weeks, 25.5%. Gore, one of the best swing and miss pitchers in the entire major leagues, 93 Ks in 62.1 innings. He has 7+ Ks in 8 of his last 9 starts. I mean, that is consistency. Lower K rate on the road, 33.6 compared to 39.6 at home. Still, 33.6 is crazy. Higher K rate versus lefties, no surprise there, 42.5%. I mean, we're getting near striking out one of every two lefties he sees. That's just crazy to me. But Christopher Sanchez against the Braves is the second one. And again, that is game one of the doubleheader. Atlanta's seventh highest K percentage versus lefties in the last 3 weeks, 25.6%. Sanchez, 65 Ks in 54 innings this year. He has 6+ Ks in 4 of his 5 starts, so he's been pretty consistent there. Much higher K rate at home, which is where he is here, 33.9% compared to 21.7% on the road. He's always been a pitcher who's pitched a lot better in Philadelphia. Higher K rate versus righties, 29.1 compared to 25.5 against lefties. So a little bit reverse splits there, but he faced the Braves twice last year. He had 8 strikeouts in both of those starts. So that's what we got for the good pitcher strikeout matchups. Now let's take a look at the pitcher report. All right, we got a small 5-game slate like we mentioned. So here's the small pitcher report. We started with Jacob Lopez against Jose Barrios. Lopez, he made 2 starts after being in the bullpen. 9 hits, 4 earned runs, 5 walks, and 12 Ks in those 2 starts against Philly and Texas. You know, nothing special here. Against Jose Barrios, he's been inconsistent this year with walks, Ks, etc. 8 walks and 13 Ks in back-to-back starts, followed by 2 walks and 7 Ks in the next 2. So you never know what you're going to get from him, but every once in a while he has a big strikeout game, and then he just won't strike out anybody. Shane Baz against Gusto mucho gusto. Baz massively struggling. Holy smokes, did he look good at the beginning of the year, and he is horrendous lately. 22 earned runs allowed in the last 5 starts. This is only going to be his 4th road start of the year. So, again, most of his games have been in that minor league park in Tampa. And then Gusto all over the place. Not a very good pitcher. Throws out of the bullpen, then makes a random start. He's made 6 total starts this year. Just nothing special here. 4.5, 5 type ERA guy. And then Mackenzie Gore, we talked about his case. Dominant start last time against the Giants. 6 innings, 2 hits, 1 earned run, and 9 strikeouts. Struggled a bit a couple starts before that, but going up against Emerson Hancock, giving up a lot of hits and base runners right now. In his last 5 starts, Hancock has allowed 9, 7, 12, 6, and 11 base runners. He's had to work with a lot of traffic on the bases, that's for sure. 5.95 ERA. It's just not a guy who misses bats or is that great, to be honest with you. AJ Smith-Shawver, he got thumped in his last start against Washington. 7 earned runs and 8 hits, came back down to earth, but it was his 2nd straight start against Washington for what it's worth. I'm losing my voice. I don't know why. Christopher Sanchez, he's been consistent. 2 to 3 earned runs exactly allowed in 6 of his last 7 starts. Again, better pitcher at home. And then Chris Sale versus Zach Wheeler is game 2. This is a heck of a matchup. This is the pitching matchup of the day, obviously. Chris Sale, 2 or less earned runs allowed in 7 straight starts now. He did give up 5 earned runs to Philly earlier this year. It was his 2nd start when he wasn't pitching very well, so take that for what it is. But a lot of familiarity with these 2 teams. Zach Wheeler, absolute stud. He has now pitched 22.2 consecutive scoreless innings. That's the streak he's on right now. That was against the A's, Pirates, and Cleveland. Obviously not great lineups, but still, I mean, 0 runs and 22.2 against any team is pretty impressive. So there's all the averages on the bottom. Again, the home runs per 9 has been added in case you didn't know that on the very right side. But that's what we got for the pitcher report and all the research help. And now it's time for the best bets. This first one takes us out to Philadelphia, where the Phillies host the Atlanta Braves. Phillies moneyline minus 144, Braves moneyline plus 122 with a total of 8.5 runs. Just a heads up, this is game 1 of the doubleheader. It starts early, 1:05 Eastern. Just so you guys know, this is where this bet is. Pretty obvious based on who I'm betting also. Best bet, Christopher Sanchez, over 5.5 Ks, minus 135 on DraftKings. I'm going to go half unit play here, almost a 1 unit play because that's how much I like it. To be honest, it's not a 1 unit play. This is just my personal opinion. It's an early game. It's 10:05 on my side. First game of a doubleheader. Weird things can just happen. That's the only reason. If that doesn't scare you off and you want to put a unit, if you want to tail, go for it. But just want to make sure I'm transparent and let you know why it's a half unit. But I like getting 5.5, honestly. Even though it's juicy, I still think this should be 6.5. We talked a lot about this one in the pitcher K matchups already. Of course, you would never fast forward through those, correct? Alrighty. Anyways, I'll give some more details here. But as you can see by this outlier screenshot, over this line in 7 of 10 games this season, averaging 6.5 Ks per game. He's over this line in all 5 home games, 7+ Ks in 4 of those 5 home games. So you love to see it at home. Like we talked about, a high K rate at home, pitches well at home, 7+ Ks in 4 of those 5 home games. He's a guy who uses all of his pitches. If you don't know him, he really keeps hitters off balance. Not a guy who's throwing 99 or anything like that, but just some numbers on him. 71st percentile for chase rate, 79th percentile for whiff rate, and 82nd percentile for K rate. So, I mean, all the numbers are there. And then, like I mentioned, 33.9% K rate at home this year. He's now facing the Braves. Also, like I mentioned earlier, they have the 7th highest K rate versus lefties in the last 3 weeks. Some recent lefties versus the Braves. Let's talk about that. Ranger Suarez had 8 Ks. Mitchell Parker faced him twice, had 4 and 6 Ks. My goodness, if Mitchell Parker can go over this, Sanchez better go over. Crochet had 8 Ks. Heaney and Falter were the only ones that really struggled with 2 and 3 Ks. Not huge strikeout guys in general, especially Falter. Nick Lodolo, 7 Ks. Andrew Abbott, 8 Ks. I mean, you've seen them struggle with lefties. Sanchez faced the Braves twice last year. Again, it's last year. It doesn't mean everything, but this is pretty much the same Braves lineup. He had 8 Ks and 8 Ks, like I mentioned before. I love this one. Give me Sanchez over 5.5 Ks as my first best bet. This second one takes us out to Houston, Texas, where the Astros host the Tampa Bay Rays. Astros on the money line, minus 115. Rays on the money line, minus 105, with a total of 8 runs. Let's go to that total. Give me the over 8 runs, minus 115 on FanDuel for a half unit. I'm not sure why this isn't 9, to be honest with you. Maybe 8.5, but I was really close to taking the Astros team total over 3.5. I saw that minus 140 was the best price available across the books on DraftKings, and I think it's moving. So you know what? I just stayed away, but I did like that one as well. So let's talk the over 8 runs. Now, we have 2 struggling starting pitchers, Shane Baz versus Ryan Gusto, whatever you want to call him. Baz, my goodness, is he struggling like we talked about in the pitcher report. In the month of May, in 5 starts, 22 earned runs allowed in his last 5 starts. That's 25.1 innings. That is almost 1 earned run per inning. Hash brown math. Seriously, that is terrible. 7.82 ERA in May, a 3.30 average against, a 5.04 xFIP. It is bad. On top of all that, he's struggling with his command. About an 11% walk rate in the month of May. Here's the base runners he's allowed. Something I look at because obviously, you know, you can get lucky. You can see someone give up 1 earned run here and there. But how many base runners are they giving up? Are they just getting out of a lot of jams while having sort of a lucky game? Base runners allowed in each of the last 5 starts, 7, 12, 6, 10, and 12. That's not good. 186 whip in the month of May. And then if we go to Gusto, he's just mad to me at best. He's spot starting here and there. He hasn't thrown more than 79 pitches in May. In May, it's only been 8.1 innings, 9.72 ERA, horrendous 2.76 whip. Again, small sample size, but more numbers overall for him this year. 23rd percentile for hard hit rate, 35th percentile for barrel rate, 25th percentile in chase rate, and the 7th percentile in average exit velocity. Hitters are hitting him very, very hard, if you can't tell. He is flat out just not that good. And then offenses. Astros, we have mentioned this before. They are absolutely elite offensively at home. That is the key. In the last month at home versus righties, second highest WRC plus, second highest batting average, hitting 317 as a team. Second highest slugging at 477. They are averaging a little over 5 runs per game in the last 20 home games. This team could get most, if not all, these runs by themselves if they just have one of those blow-up games. And the Rays been okay offensively. 21st WRC plus versus righties last 3 weeks. Nothing great, obviously. But 3 of the last 4 games, you see that heat up a little bit. 13, 7, 5, and 5 runs in the 3 of the last 4. In the last 10 road games, obviously, which is where they are here, they've scored 4 or more runs in 6 of the last 10, averaging 4.3 runs per game in the last 10 road games. And then we go to the bullpens. Rays bullpen is a little taxed and just not very good in general. Astros bullpen, outside of a couple top arms, nothing special overall. And then we just saw Josh Hader throw 22 pitches yesterday. He may or may not be available. And then Brian Abreu threw 11. If they really need him, I think they'd throw him. But those are 2 of their top arms. And then overall, this bet, 2 struggling starting pitchers, one elite home offense, and I think the Rays can get to Gusto a little bit. It's more of a fade on him. A great stadium, obviously, in Houston for hitting. I like this one because even at 8 runs, you get a push. So 4-4 tie, you get the win. So give me the over 8 runs as my second, and yes, my final best bet. It's only a 5-game slate. I'm not going to push 3 bets out the night before or anything, but I probably will have one more added play. If I do, it'll be in the pinned comments below on X and on Discord. So that's what we got before we get out of here. Let's check out the recap. There it is. Christopher Sanchez over 5.5 Ks at minus 135 on DraftKings for a half unit. And then the over 8 runs, Rays and Astros, minus 115 for a half unit as well. Again, any added plays will be in the pinned comments below on X and on Discord. Thank you guys for watching. As always, really appreciate it. Hit that like button if you haven't already, and go check out that NBA Best Bets video. But hope you guys all have a great Thursday, and we'll talk to you soon.